Welcome back, everybody. Well, this is going to be a pretty major set of announcements that is going to be going live on all of my channels at the same time. So if you're watching this on one channel and you're subscribed to more than one, you don't need to watch it on the other because it's the exact same video. All right, so here we go. Just first a little background, so bear with me. This is going to be kind of a long process of announcements. Little background, I first started making content on YouTube in December of 2016. When I started my channel that was called The History Guy. Some of you have heard me share that story. It initially started out as a way to share strategy gaming. My first two games were Ultimate General Civil War and Crusader Kings 2. Those were the original games that I did. Still doing that stuff on the channel now for, well, 5.5 years. In addition to the strategy gaming, I was also occasionally uploading historic site videos when I would travel. Here and there, but not very often. And it certainly wasn't of any great quality. It was basically just me shooting with my phone and not really doing a lot of editing, and wasn't really well done. But that was just something I did kind of for fun on the side. Updated that channel to History Guy Gaming after we ran into some issues with a channel that started a month after my History Guy channel did, and a lot of you subscribe to it. It's called History Guy. History Deserves to be Remembered. He started his channel like weeks after I started mine. His grew a ton. There became some issues of people thinking I was copying from him even though my channel was older. So I changed it to History Guy Gaming. Then, in July of 2020, I created Vlogging Through History with the intent of moving the historic site videos to that channel and then making new ones. I started by uploading some of my old content onto that channel, but with COVID, I wasn't traveling much, and so in December of 2020, I did my very first reaction video to historical content, mixed in with some live streams, like a live stream talking about the musical Hamilton and going through the history of that, and then starting to slowly upload original content to that channel. First major content I made for Vlogging Through History was my trip in February 2021 to the Fredericksburg battlefield, where I did a whole series of videos there. That channel, of course, most of you know, has taken off like crazy. We're very near to 300,000 subscribers now. In just over it's been about 1.5 years of making daily content on that channel. So, as always, continue to be grateful for that. But so, for the most part, almost everyone who knows of me knows me as Vlogging Through History. Then, about a month and a half ago, I created VTH Extra as kind of a catch-all for all of the non-historic, non-gaming content. Me talking about sports, talking about stuff from my personal life, sharing music. Just recently uploaded a video showing you some of the behind the scenes from my trip to France in late January, early February. All the stuff that wasn't related to the historic battlefields. And I'm going to be doing the same thing when I fly to the Netherlands tomorrow. I'm going to be shooting a whole bunch of behind the scenes, non-historic site stuff for you guys to see over on VTH Extra. So right now, that's where things stand. I have Vlogging Through History, VTH Extra, History Guy Gaming. That brings me to my first set of announcements. And I know those of you who have been with History Guy Gaming for a long time, and there are a bunch of you who have known me and will always know me as HGG, History Guy Gaming, because that's how you found me long before there even was a Vlogging Through History. But just, it makes sense, practically speaking, with the popularity of Vlogging Through History and with the growth of that and that kind of becoming my identity, that I make this announcement, which is that History Guy Gaming, moving forward, is going to be known as VTH Gaming. You'll see that change happening in the coming days. You'll see the logo updated. You'll see the name change. So that's going to happen so that everything's kind of consistent. We'll have Vlogging Through History, VTH Gaming, VTH Extra. And that brings me to my second major announcement, a fourth channel. Yes, a fourth channel. But bear with me. I'm not trying to VTH burn you out on VTH content. This one takes a little bit of explaining too. You've probably heard me talk about this. Vlogging Through History was originally created for original content from battlefields, historic sites, things like that. However, with the popularity of the of the reactions, which is how most of you found this channel, or found that channel. And that's why most of you are at Vlogging Through History, and that's great. I'm glad you're there. Welcome. So glad. Going to continue to do the reaction videos always. That's what drives the growth of the channel. It's the most popular thing. But because of that, anytime I upload original content, it doesn't get clicked on as much because most of you are at the channel for the reaction videos, not the original content. And that's fine, but what it means is that, complicated story, but basically with YouTube's algorithm, one of the things that it takes into consideration when recommending your content to new people who aren't familiar with your channel is how often do your existing subscribers click on that content. My typical reaction video in the first 24 hours is going to get anywhere from 5 to 10% of you clicking on that video. It's called the click-through rate, and you get that percentage. So 5 to 10% of you in the first 24 hours, you click on a new reaction video when I post it. Depending on the content, sometimes it can be as low as 3%, but more often than not, it's in that 5-7% range. In the first 24 hours on the channel with existing subscribers, my original content gets anywhere from 1 to 1.5% click-through rate. That's about 1/3 to 1/4 of the viewers. And because of that, that means YouTube says, you know what, his own subscribers don't like this content. They're not clicking on it. We're not going to recommend it to new people. And so people who might actually be looking for that kind of content are never going to find out it exists. So the original content is going to continue to go on Vlogging Through History. Everything I've already been doing is going to continue. Nothing changes on Vlogging Through History. But in addition, I'm creating VTH Originals, which is going to be only for my original historic site content. That's just going to be, I'm not expecting you guys to watch it on both. If you want to do that, fine. In fact, if you are somebody who's here for the original content, it might be that you prefer to go there. Or that you just want to subscribe there so it's easier to find it. My point in making VTH Originals is that I want to give an opportunity for people who will never see my original content because it's buried with all the reaction videos, or who aren't interested in reaction videos and only want that original historic site content, to be able to find it. And so by creating VTH Originals, it's not going to get nearly the views that it gets on Vlogging Through History, but it's going to get a higher click-through percentage because people are going to be clicking on that because that's the content they want to see. So it's just an opportunity to get more exposure for those videos specifically. So with all of these, if any of you are on one of the channels and you didn't even know about the other channels I just talked about, in the description of this announcement video are going to be links to all 4 channels. So you'll be able to find any one of those 4 easily and subscribe to it if you want to. VTH Originals, I'm going to be starting by uploading all of the content that's already on Vlogging Through History. I'll probably start with either my Gettysburg series or with the ongoing World War I series. All the new content that I'll be shooting in Europe this coming week is going to go on both channels. So you don't have to worry about missing any of that if you're not subscribed to the new channel. It's still going to go up on Vlogging Through History. All right, that brings me to the last couple of things I want to cover real quick. Number 1, the new Discord server is live. It's officially live as of the moment of you seeing this video. So there's a link in the description that is an invite to the new VTH Discord server. Now, bear with me. I've been building this thing over the last week while simultaneously working on stuff around the house, being a dad, being a husband, cooking dinners, running to soccer games and running kids to school and events and practices, but also getting ready for my trip to Europe tomorrow. So I haven't had a ton of time to do it here and there, so I know it's unfinished. There's going to be a lot of channels that aren't there. There's going to be some changes that have to be made. I'm probably going to miss some things as far as the permissions go on the different channels and stuff like that. So there are recommendation channels on that Discord where you can let me know, hey, could you add this channel? Could you add this kind of channel? There's stuff that was on the old one that you wish we have on the new one. Please check that out. So, with that in mind, then, I'm sure those of you who are patrons for either History Guy Gaming or for Vlogging Through History are wondering, how does that affect us? Well, the two Patreons are going to continue to exist. The name will change for the HGG Patreon. It's going to change to VTH Gaming. But the content really isn't going to change. You're going to continue to do the same kind of content on that channel. Just the name's going to change. I am going to be updating the Patreon rewards somewhat in the next couple of weeks to reflect the changes, but also to reflect the new Discord server. All of you who have rewards that involve a rank on Discord, you're still going to have those. The names are changing. We're going from military ranks to ranks of nobility. So there's going to be things like peasant and Viscount, Earl, Duke, things like that. You'll see all of that. And the other way you can earn those ranks is just like on the old Discord servers, by participating in conversation. So when you participate in chat and things like that, you earn experience, and that levels you up. There's also a special award that I can give to people. It's a knighthood that'll be on there, and that'll just be for people who I think have contributed a lot in some significant way, or just I want to recognize for some reason, and that can only be assigned by me. This one's going to be much more tightly moderated. I've also got a bot on there that will help with the moderation somewhat. And you will be prompted to accept the rules when you first join, and those may be updated as well. So check all of that out. If you have any questions at all about any of the stuff that I just mentioned, if I didn't make something clear, if you are unsure, please let me know in the comment section below, and I will answer those the best I can. There'll be more announcements coming related to all of this stuff in the coming days. All the links are in the description for all of the channels. There's no content on VTH Originals yet, but it will be going live in the next couple of days. I'll be starting to make live some of the content that you've already seen on Vlogging Through History. But the new content will go both channels when it happens. Thank you guys. Appreciate your patience as we experience these growing pains. And continue to evolve the channel and make these channels the best experience possible for all of you. Thanks.